I've got a major issue with my DJI O3 Air unit and camera, and after trying everything, this one thing is what has solved the problem. And it is the most stupidest solution, but it works. So basically, I've got these jitters in my camera. And I've tried everything to get rid of them. When you have a DJI camera, the new O3 camera, you're meant to soft mount it. And I thought, okay, perhaps because I had it hard mounted, that was the issue, causing the jitters. So I had some 3D printed plates made up and soft mounted my camera, which didn't work. And then I thought, okay, well, perhaps it's because it's my PWM frequency. Because the camera has a gyro, you're meant to set your PWM frequency and your ESC to 48 kilohertz to avoid interfering with the gyro that runs at 24. And I did that. I reflashed BlueJay at 48 kilohertz PWM frequency, and it still didn't fix it. And then I thought, okay, maybe because I've crashed this quad a lot and I've really flown it really well, the camera cage at the front was a little bit loose.
I don't know if you can see that, but there's quite a bit of play in that.
So I thought, okay, well, let's go and super glue that camera cage so there's absolutely no play. But then I saw this Facebook post from Darren Lee on FPV Life. Darren, great name. He had vibrations in his camera as well. Basically said that you needed to do this in order to fix it. And I thought, okay, well, that's pretty silly, but let's see how we go. So in order to do Darrens Solution, you need to get access to your camera outside of the frame. And then there are two screws either side of the camera. They're 000 Phillips head screws. So take those out, and then the back of the camera will slide away. In order to remove the camera module itself from the front case, there are 4 screws at each corner. So take those out, and then just push through the lens to separate it from the front cage. And now you've got access to the camera. And basically he said there was a little bit of play and a little bit of wobble in the lens barrel. So I thought, okay, well, I couldn't really feel any. I couldn't tell that there was a bit of play, but I thought, I've tried everything, and the next potential solution is for me to just chuck the frame in the bin. And I didn't want to do that because 60 US bucks for a frame, and I absolutely love this, plus postage to Australia. So I did Darrens Solution, and that was to use some adhesive. He used liquid electrical tape. I had some handy super glue, which I used, and I put that around the bottom of the barrel of where the camera goes into the module. And then all we need to do now is put it all back. And in terms of putting it all back, it's just the reverse. So put the camera back through the front cage, put the 4 bolts in each of the corners, make sure your MIPI is secure, rear cage back on, 2 bolts at the side, get it back in your quad. And then after a test flight, I went down to the parking garage in my apartment and gave it a fly, and drum roll, it was smooth. And I couldn't believe that something so silly was the problem. So if you've got a DJI camera and you've done everything, you've soft mounted it, you've done your PWM frequency, your camera your body is rigid, there's no vibrations in your quad, and it flies great, chances are this could be the issue. Should you give it a go? I'll leave it up to you to decide. But it's what I did, and it's how I solved this problem that I had with the DJI O3 Air unit and camera. I'm Darren. Until next time, don't forget to send it.